So this is the Miata in question. It's a 1989, September 89. NA, of course, as you can clearly tell. I don't know what's done to it, to be honest. But yeah, that gives you guys a look at it in all of its beauty, all of its glory, all of its 370,000 kilometers of driving. Owned by my good friend, Sunny. God, that's full throttle right there, and I'm not really in the power band, but still. What surprises me is that even at these speeds, the steering wheel is still so heavy. You're still having to put muscle into the wheel to actually get a turn for each corner. I kind of expected no power steering in this car at these speeds to be reasonably light, but it's still a bit of a yank. At least for me. This is a good road there. The brakes feel similar. The amount that I can throw it in and what happens when I throw it in is pretty similar to my NB as well. Steering feels obviously completely different, and that's just almost definitely because of the lack of power steering. And the transmission feels different as well. There's a lot of play. I wasn't wiggling it too hard because we're literally driving right now. I don't know if I can break something if I wiggle it too hard, but you can kind of see what I mean. The clutch, I'd say it feels similar. In most ways, especially logics wise, it feels like an NB. Even in vibes, it feels like an NB, but it's just a more physical experience and you're way slower. I can't stress enough how much slower this car is. I'm not pushing flat out right now, but I've been full throttle at numerous parts of this video, and I think I've been to redline in this video. So if you're expecting more speed, whoa, fix your shit, Vickers. If you're expecting more speed, you're not going to get it. Go up in the rev range here. That's what it's like up at its limits there. It's slow. I'm going to call it. This car is officially slow. I don't know how much that is because this specific one is pretty tired and old, and how much of it is just the 1.6 by nature. It's also really cool seeing pop-ups in front of you. What do you think, Sam? Is it fast or is it slow? It's kind of slow. But that's kind of why we like it. It has... I mean, the suspension feels nice. Especially just driving it around on regular roads, like to get it back to my place last night, it felt pretty nice. Arguably nicer than my NB. When my NB hits a bump, it lets you know. In this, it hits a bump, it seems to take them a lot better somehow. So I think I'm gonna blame the suspension that this has in regards to how good it is. It sits pretty low. Nothing stands or anything. But it sits nicely. About where you'd want it if you didn't really care, but you wanted it to look nice. And I forgot what I was saying. fully in my lane. Ugh, lovely. Okay, now I'm gonna give my thoughts on the car as an NB owner. To state the obvious, it is slow as fuck. Like, it's comically slow, which somehow adds to the driving experience. It's fun because you have to work the car really hard just to keep up with regular traffic, which makes it engaging. But if you want a sporty backroads car, I wouldn't look for an NA with a 1.6. The lack of power steering is also a mixed bag. It makes the car feel more involved and immersive, but it also makes it way less confidence-inspiring. I was scared that if I hit a big bump or if I lost traction for any reason, I just wouldn't have the strength to make a big correction or anything, and I'd just have to let Jesus take the wheel. It also gets old fast around town. I think they invented power steering for a reason. You probably want power steering in your NA, but it's still cool. I mean, in general, the lack of power steering and the lack of power, they make the car feel more raw and more vintage, which is my favorite thing about it compared to the NB, which I already liked how old and vintage the NB felt, with its lots of noise, lots of NVH, but in the NA it's doubled. It's fucking awesome. It's also the most charming Miata. I have to give the obligatory pop-up headlights glaze. They are cooler. Sorry, not sorry. It also sounds better than my NB, but I can't tell if it's stock or not. The owner thinks that it's stock, but me and our mutual friend think it's definitely not. Regardless, it sounds awesome, but I can't actually give it a point for that. You can also probably guess what I want to get next in my NB. Hold on. Downshifts. Look at this heel toe. Oh, I'm so talented. Okay, who is this car actually for? There are two types of Miata owners. Those who want a sporty, fun backroads car, and those who just want to cruise around in a simple, charming roadster. A 1.6 NA with manual steering is firmly for the latter. If you want a sporty backroads experience, the NB is cheaper and more powerful. The NC is also within budget, but I haven't driven that one. I can safely say it's a better backroads car and it's more sporty, but I can't say how much I really like it. If you specifically want an NA though, I'd at least look for one with a 1.8 and with power steering, but obviously it's all up to you. If you want something more old school, with like that charming roadster experience that I talked about, and you don't mind revving the piss out of it to keep up with regular traffic, then there is genuinely a case of the NA. Absolutely there is. I absolutely condone this car. I mean, it's a Miata, how could I say no? I love Miatas. It's great. I think that's all I need to say, really. Thanks for watching. Squeaky clutch.